Fashionably late.
You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. It is. Oh, it's 12:15 on a beautiful 74 degrees, maybe. It was chilly this morning. There was actually fog when I woke up. I love it. I love seeing the fog.
Thank you.
Love seeing the fog. It means we're not going to have any fires today because there's moisture. Earl Slick is looking for his knob.
See? You're the first one that said it.
That is not.
Where's
I
my
swear.
knob?
Did you find it?
Now I hear you.
Do you want me to twist it for you?
Stay where you are, please. It's okay. I have somebody to take care of that. Where's my knob?
Have you got it?
Is that one there? Oh, look at that.
See? Technology.
Volume.
Amazing.
One
Technology.
knob. There's no... Just one button.
That's it, one knob.
Yeah, one knob.
That's all we get, one each.
I
It's
think
one
we
each.
could talk about this for an hour, right?
That's all we get, one each.
So,
Like
Steve,
a
how is
Seinfeld episode.
And we got Mike Garson here, the pair of you.
It's nice to be
so how
here.
is your knob, Mikey?
Well, two guys from Brooklyn have big knobs.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't believe you. Show me.
I see where this is going, and we were warned. We were warned before
I like
we
that
started.
lamp.
You know what?
I might have to take that with me.
Everybody loves that lamp,
It's a beautiful.
except some people. So some people, it's a pain in the ass. To me, it makes it cozy.
Well, they have no taste.
Well, it ain't even about that. They're moaning about.
I love that lamp.
It's the best. I nicked that from the old station. The lamp was thrown in the garbage when everything was thrown away. It had a ton of dust on it, and I dusted it off and cleaned it, and I got the bass and I put it on there. It's the best. I love it. It's so cozy. It's like from Beavers or somewhere. Remember Beavers? Before your
Yeah.
time.
No.
Not before Mike's time.
No.
But you know Beavers?
Nothing's before Mike's time.
How,
except for the wheel.
how old are you? Not that old.
David Bowie called me old Doc Methuselah because I was a year and a half older than him.
Oh, he was 69.
Well, he would have been 70 this year, so I'm 72.
Yeah, you look great, man.
Thank you.
What's your secret? Play with your knob a lot?
It's play the piano a lot. Since it's connected to the computer these days, not the knob, the MIDI data's connected. I get $1 a note.
Mike, it doesn't plug in the USB port very well.
There you go.
What's your diet, though? What do you eat? Just regular junk?
No, I did for most of my life, but I'm actually been vegan for the last 6 months, yes.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
I've been doing
I did a vegan once.
What was her name? Ba-dum-bum! I've been doing it too for like 6 months.
Really?
It's 5.5 months, but I just changed it a little bit, where 3 days are vegan, 4 days are vegetarian,
Okay.
and in them 4 days I can have a bit of wild salmon, some jumbo shrimp, but 95% vegan.
Well, yours is a little more balanced. I tend to be a little extreme as a person, but I could see doing that to maintain it because I did this in the 60s as a macrobiotic.
Yeah.
And then I did it in the 80s, but I always would end up going back to chicken and meat and fish. So now I'm hanging with it, but we'll see. I might do what you do sooner than later.
I think it's important when you're older to look after yourself more, for sure. You don't want to give yourself, cancer. You know what I mean? And a lot of food has. I know it sounds like we're a bunch of idiots talking about this right now, but I think it's important.
It's important.
When you're older.
I saw the documentary "What the Health" on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And the second it was over, that was it. There was too much truth for me that resonated.
It was great. The only thing I didn't like about it is that when they were saying there was a person on 50 types of meds, and a week later he's off the meds. That's not healthy.
That's not. No.
You can't do it like that. You'll drop dead.
Right.
But they were like so promoting it, the vegan thing.
Right,
But they weren't truthful there.
There were a few things like that which turn others off, but I just ignored that and went for what resonated.
Yeah. Slick, what about you? Do you eat healthy?
I actually do, yeah. Smoked salmon a lot.
Smoked salmon, nice.
Love smoked salmon. Veggies, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And also don't eat much. I eat when I'm hungry, and I usually eat at night. I don't eat anything till 2 in the afternoon, and I eat continuously till 4 o'clock in the morning, and I go to bed at 5.
So you're not a foodie. That you could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have that.
I don't either. He's so skinny, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but it ain't even about skinny. You know, really. I mean, yes, of course, it doesn't help when you're fat. You're making things a lot worse. But I love food.
Me too.
I quit everything else, as you know, and food is like the final frontier.
Yeah.
And I steam into food like it's the last meal out there.
Enjoy yourself. You should.
But it makes me fat, and
So what? As long as you feel healthy and you're eating healthy.
I'm going to be healthy,
Yeah.
Mike. You wait and see.
It's all you have,
We'll have to
man.
meet at the Crossroads. This restaurant is very, very good.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
It's very good.
We'll meet there.
Very good. Very good. So you got a gig coming up?
We have 27 city little tour starting February 10th in the East Coast, and we go through March 20th. We'll be at the Wiltern here in February 28th. It's with celebrating David Bowie, and it's with several of the alumni. Slick is a pleasure to have on this.
Yeah.
He joined in 74. He's the closest to when I was there, which was 72. But then we jumped to Jerry Leonard from the Heathen album, and he was the music director on the reality tour. Mark Platti, another guitar player. He was produced Earthling, and he was with us in the 90s. Carmine Rojas, you know, he probably...
Yeah, I know
he wrote
Carmine.
Let's Dance. He didn't write it, but he played the bass on Let's Dance and China Girl. We have him in the band, and we have some great singers. We have Bernard Fowler, who's just
Who's the girl bass player?
well, Gail. She's out with Lenny Kravitz, Gail and Dorsey. So she's with him. They're rehearsing for a year tour now.
Who's that other guitar player? He's Irish.
Jerry
Jerry.
Leonard. That's the guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
with us. Yes, we just came from Europe.
The Ghost.
And we call him the Ghost. He's with us. And did I miss anybody? We have Gabby Marino. She's a great singer from Guatemala. We have Joe Sumner, who's a terrific singer. His dad.
Who's the drummer then?
The drummer is Earl's son, Earl Slick's
Yeah,
son.
Lee John.
Lee John.
Lee John.
He's great.
Your boy.
He toured. Yeah, he toured with me and Fowler, me and Bernard, while DB was still around.
Yeah.
I was asked to do Station to Station live over in England and Japan by a promoter, and I thought it was a great idea. And they had thrown a bunch of singers at me that were pretty much DB clones.
Yeah.
And I turned it down, and they called me back 6 months later, and they said, "Look, we really want to do this." I said, "Well, then, the only singer that I would use will be Bernard Fowler from the Stones." And we met at the Hall of Fame doing a Stones thing about 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and we've done a lot of gigs together. He's like my partner in crime.
Yeah.
And my son was ready to do it, and he did a great job. It was 2 years ago, with David's blessings, because I did get in touch with him first. Say, "Look, we're doing this thing. Are you cool with it?" And he said, "Who's singing?" I said, "Don't worry about it. It's nobody that's anything remotely like you. And if you know Bernard Fowler, you know that."
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, Lee's been doing a lot of stuff with me.
That's great, man.
It's nice to have the young energy, you know.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
great. And Bernard, yesterday in rehearsal, I mean, he's really a great singer. He's just a great singer.
Yeah.
And he owns these songs when
Yeah.
they did Stay and
Yeah.
Gene Genie.
Yeah.
And we're doing, me and him, the Disco King, which is just, initially it was just David and I on a recording, you know.
So you're just doing all eras, David Bowie?
We're doing all eras. You have to do Space Oddity and Life on Mars and Changes. We love those.
Yeah.
But I'm throwing in Quicksand from Hunky Dory. I'm throwing in Can You Hear Me from Young Americans. And this piece I was telling you about called Conversation Piece that David, he wrote it in the 60s, recorded it then, but we redid it in 2000. It's just a gorgeous
It's off the
song.
album Heathen?
It's off Heathen. And it was on an album called Toy that I don't know if it still exists.
Yeah. We're trying to get it together to play that track, actually.
The original version almost sounds like a country tune. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Why don't we do it that way? You know me, Mikey.
You know who's still a great drummer?
Who?
Is Woody Woodensey.
He's a great drummer, yeah.
I mean, still.
Yeah.
When he did the thing with...
Holy Holy with
yeah.
Tony. Yeah.
Man, he stuck out like a sore thumb. I couldn't believe how powerful he was still.
Still.
And he probably goes home and starts being a carpenter or something, right?
Well, I don't know. I know he was a plumber when I met him. But
Plumber. Yeah.
Did he tell you that? And you paid him $300.
$200.
Right? $200. You
Yeah.
stole his drums, right?
Not his drums, his cymbals.
You stole his.
Yeah. He was chuffed. But I like to make an amends.
Well, it's a very smart thing to do.
Yeah. It was. It wasn't because I didn't like him. I was just trying to nick some stuff. I was obsessed
You owe
with
me
it.
$43,000 for the Steinway I played that night. It was a 9-foot concert grand. I knew you put that one in the trunk
In the
too.
back of the minivan, right?
I'll take 10%.
You wouldn't even get
of
one
that.
of the legs in the back of a minivan. So we got nothing. We do have it.
It's on the 5 years box set.
Oh, great.
Okay, here we go. Well, this is your request.
I had a request. Yeah.
We're going to play that now. We're here with Earl Slick, Mike Garson. This is David Bowie from the album. What's the album called? I've forgotten already.
Well, it was on Heathen. It's in a box set now, and it was on the album Toy. 2 albums.
What's it called?
Conversation Peace.
Take it away. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was David Bowie, Conversation Piece from the album Heathen. Then we had Paul Kossoff, Solo, Time Away. Then David Bowie, Conversation Piece,
The earlier version.
the original version in the 60s, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not on that one,
No.
but you're on the new one.
The new version just really moves me. It's slowed down, and it's beautiful strings. We're going to do that live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mondo Cosmo, Automatic. We're here with Earl Slick and Mike Garson. They're going to be doing...
And Steve Jones.
and me.
Yes.
They know I'm here.
Yeah, they
know
know.
you.
Doing. I've been here.
I'm just trying to help you out, man.
You're going to be doing a bunch of shows as what's the name of it?
Well, you know, if you look under celebratingdavidbowie.com, that's where you get the tickets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you're the closest to all the tribute bands to that's the realest
Well,
deal
because
as far
we-
as the alumni
that's right. Because we
players
have
who played with Bowie.
because we have Slick and we have Jerry Leonard, the guy you're talking about from Irish Feller, and Carmine and myself on piano, and who else do we have? Mark Platty's joining us, who's a guitarist. So we're all alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Oh, we love it. The only thing
Oh,
we're
yeah.
missing is David, so we find these singers who have their own voice. Like, for example, you know, Corey Glover, you know him from Living Colour?
Yeah.
He's joining us for the first 4 concerts. And then, for example, in
Didn't you have the guy from Fishbone? He was.
we had him last time, Angelo Moore.
Yeah.
He was great. This time we have, at the Wilton on February 28th, we have Evan Rachel Wood. She's an actress, but she's a very good rock singer.
Didn't she sing on something as well before? Didn't she get a Grammy or something?
Something.
Is
yes.
that the Mexican girl?
Well, that's Gabby Marino.
That's the
She's
one
with
I'm
our band as the main singer. Evan is joining us for like 4 or 5 concerts in Vegas, and Los Angeles, and Atlanta, and New Orleans.
Yeah.
She's very, very good.
And you like doing it, going on the road?
I love it, you know, to hear these musicians. We're making the music sound like it sounded like when we played for David.
Yeah.
So we're respecting that, and then we're hoping that each singer brings their own voice as opposed to an imitation.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
that was the reason for originally for Bernard Fowler,
Right. It was a great
because-
choice.
and we've been working together now on and off for a good 4 or 5 years, and Bernard is known for being a backing singer for the Stones, but as a front man, the guy's phenomenal.
Is he? I've never seen
He's
him.
unbelievable. He can take an audience within 2 songs in the palm of his hand. And the one weird thing was, he didn't even tell me this till we were halfway through putting together material, because we did Station Live 2 years ago over in the UK, and that his old band recorded a song called Win from Young Americans 20 years ago. And I had
didn't
no
know
idea.
that. Yeah.
So his Bowie connection was there the whole time, which is
I didn't know that.
which is why he wanted, why we're working together.
I see. We're going to do Win. That's from Young
Yeah.
American. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David, he just wouldn't do it.
I know.
He would, and the fans every night would have the signs up there, and he wouldn't do it.
We talked him into it for a few concerts.
That
and,
didn't fly too
it
far.
didn't fly too far.
Hey, DV, when he got a mind on, that was that.
Reeves Gabrels was talking to him for 6 months to do Life on Mars with me, and he just wouldn't do it. One day he walked in and said, "Okay, let's do Life on Mars."
How does it go? A little bit of that. Just curious.
Which one?
Wind.
Wind.
Slick.
Am I plugged in or anything?
I don't know. But you know it on the piano.
There wasn't one there.
There was no piano on it, but
That's what I said.
If he starts playing it, I'll figure it out.
Well,
Okay.
while we're doing that,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
yeah.
it. We're still
We'll-
getting it together here.
The
well,
sound's not there yet, right?
What? You played on some albums though, didn't you?
Yeah.
What albums did you play on?
I started.
Sorry for my ignorance.
That's a free one. How many albums did you make?
One.
Okay.
So that's easy to remember.
But then again, I got to give you credit. That one album's got more mileage than 100 other ones. So God bless you, man. The first record I did was David Live at the Tower.
Was that in Philadelphia?
Yes,
That's right.
And it was replacing Mick Ronson because Mick had just left, and I came on. And then we did Young Americans. We did Station to Station. We parted ways for a while. I came back. We toured, and then what else did I do? Heathen, Reality.
Yeah.
The next day.
Did you play on Waterloo Sunset?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We're going to play that for you.
Yeah. That's cool. That was just a.
It's only on the Met Japan one.
Yeah, and you know what that was too? Is that was it was an afterthought. I got a call from I was home with my dogs in the middle of the snow. He said, "What are you doing?" "I'm playing with my dogs." He goes, "Well, get your car and get your ass down here because we're going to cut a track." Okay, I mean that's how it operated, and we went down and we cut it.
It's a great version.
It was good. It was fun, and also because one thing we had in common in the musical area was a lot of that kind of stuff. I was a huge Kinks fan and still am.
Yeah.
And David was a major Kinks fan.
He's coming on next week, Dave.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I won't be here. Or maybe I will.
I can't wait to experience him.
I mean, that band had a lot of influence on my...
Best.
on
They,
some of my guitar
underrated.
playing. Unbelievable. They didn't stay together long enough because things happened.
And there was some weird thing in America with them. Someone put the kibosh on them. They upset some union. I don't know what the story is. I don't want to say it.
I don't even know. All I know is that when you hear songs like you know,
just as good as any
Sunny
Dylan.
Afternoon and Waterloo Sunset. I mean, I could name 20 songs
Yeah.
of theirs that I just love.
Yeah. He's just as good a songwriter as Dylan to me.
Absolutely.
On an English level.
Yes.
You know.
Lyrical content, the sound of the guitars, the whole thing. The first time I heard You Really Got Me,
Yeah.
being a kid, that was heavy.
It's a
That
classic.
it was almost heavy metal if you want to look
Yeah.
at it like that at the time when it was coming up against Beatle pop songs and
Yeah.
the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
It was intense.
I know. I told him how to do that, Dave, that riff.
You did.
Yeah.
I knew it was you.
And you know what? He didn't give me no credit.
See?
You'll sort it out next week.
I'm going to knock him out when he comes. Let's play Waterloo Sunset by Bowie.
Yes.
Mike Garson, Earl Slick, Jonesy's Jukebox, take it away. Diddle-a-bear-boom. It's coming, right? Diddle-a-bear-boom.
That's on Aladdin Sane, but I just threw it in here for you.
No, every song he gets the last note.
He has to have the last
I'll get
bleeding
you a
note.
list later. It's very long.
See what I'm going to have to deal with? It feels like a retirement home.
Hey, I'll go home.
No, normally it's a drummer who wants the last note.
No,
Not that it's a note, but
it's always going to be this.
then you go over, even when the drummer's like ended it.
Yeah.
You come in there. Mike Garson, Earl Slick on the box. That was David Bowie Time. Before that was David Bowie from the album. What's the name of the bloody album? The one you're on. Reality.
Yes.
Reality. And that's a version of Waterloo Sunset.
That was actually
Only released in Japan.
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's
it
a
didn't even
bonus
appear
track.
on the reality, did it?
It was on. They had these singles where they parted out parts of the albums, and it was on one of those.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to find.
Well, that's some fine guitar playing on there.
Well, thank you, sir.
You did sound good.
We're going to visit the Duke, and when we come back, we're gonna do some jamming.
Why not?
You up for that?
Sure.
You're going to have the last note. We're going to fight over the
The
last note.
first and the last, the middle doesn't
We're
matter.
going to fight over it. There's going to be no end.
I'm going to let Mikey have it because I'm the guest in L.A. being a New Yorker, so he's an expat. So
So he gets the last note.
yeah,
Listening to Jonesy's Jukebox, Cal OS. That was the Kinks' dedicated follower of fashion. How did that go, that song? Oh,
ooh, ouch.
oh.
Somebody's out of tune, Steve.
It didn't sound like me there, Slicky baby.
It's cause it's a new guitar.
Hold on. Yeah, we're here 5 days a week, everybody. Bar mitzvahs, whatever you want.
Well, my tuner says I'm okay, but it could be lying.
Hold on. Where's my bleeding thing? La la.
Bunch of fools tuning the guitars.
My piano's in tune. I don't know about you guys.
Do electric pianos ever go out of tune?
The Fender Rhodes do, yeah, because you tune those, but the digital stuff, no.
Isn't this fun to listen to?
I thought that's your newest piece.
This is it.
This is it. This is it.
This is a new piece that no one's heard.
Sounds like John Cage on
They're
steroids.
never gonna want to hear it again.
And you actually have people listening to this now. I can't believe it.
Well, they was. Dedicated follower of fashion. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Says that the flowers up, yep. Yep, dop, dop, it, dop, it, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop. He's a dedicated follower of fashion. Country style. Well, he's a dedicated follower of fashion. He's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. He says that he's a flower to be looked at. And when he has his chaps pulled way up tight, he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Beautiful. Yeah, baby!
Gotcha.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry, Steve. Too late. Too late.
slick up.
No, there's a time limit on the last
Yeah,
note.
yeah.
Oh.
If you forgot,
That's
it's
it.
over.
No, you can't do it
forgot.
because I did
Okay, you
You
won
forgot
it.
that.
You won that one, Slicky.
Mike, baby, you
it.
forgot
Go back to
that.
I'll
Brooklyn.
buy you a piece of pizza.
Forgot
Shut
about
up.
Okay, buy me a piece of pizza. We're all good.
Forget about it. Get back over there. Let's noodle. Let's noodle. Come, Mike, or come up with what do you remember last time you come up with a just beautiful ambient stuff,
Yeah, do something, Mike.
and we just fart around it. got some echo on this? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS. That was the Stooges, No Fun, from the album 1969. Then we had David Bowie, Moon Age Daydream, live. Both you cats were on that, right?
Scary.
1974.
Is that when that was?
Yeah.
And where was it all recorded at one concert?
It was
Bits and pieces?
We were at the Tower Theater for 6 nights, and most of that came from 2 of the 6 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's because the other 4 nights your solo was terrible.
Did I hear something, Jonesy? I think something's cutting out here.
You're forgiven because this solo that I just heard was great. But how did you do that at 21 years old? That's what I don't understand.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. That's why.
Maybe that's better.
I wasn't thinking.
Did you do overdubs on any of them albums? You remember back in the day, everyone did live albums, but they always overdubbed and made it.
I have a confession. We did Aladdin Sane live, and I didn't like my solo, and I asked David if he would take me in the studio to do another one, so I did do another one. But most of it was recorded live.
So there's nothing wrong. There was no bum notes. You just didn't like
That's
what
right.
you played.
That's right.
I didn't touch anything on that one.
See, even then he had the last note.
Of course he did. You know,
Unbelievable.
When you're getting $1 a note, why wouldn't you?
Mikey, if you got paid by the note, you would own this planet.
I would be that guy in New York City with the banks and
That's right.
the restaurants,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
why
would
you
hate my guts.
Mikey Rockefeller.
That's why you do 1,000 notes, right? That's why you do all that.
He's hoping he gets retro paid down the line sometime.
Look at this, Jonesy.
What key you in, baby? I gotta have the last note. I'm the first one in, and the last one. Last one to leave. The only notes that count are the ones that come in wads. 5s, 10s, 20. I ain't picky. Give me them notes, baby. I just got to have the last note. All right.
Mikey.
Whoop it on me, Mikey, baby. Now you're getting really tricky. You've lost me, Mickey. I liked it when you were simple. Here he comes with that last note. Last note, Mickey. That's your new name. We're gonna visit the Duke. When we come back, a bit more rock and roll. With my stupid American accent that sounds lame. But it's all good.
You'll never get it.
I sound like the white guy trying to be black guy. Take it away, son. You are listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS with my guest, Mr. Slick and Mr. Garson. What's the word you always use? Alumni of David Bowie.
That's pretty good.
You're going to be doing a bunch of shows.
27 of them.
Yeah,
But we'll be here at the Wilton February 28th.
yeah. That track, isn't it everything?
Isn't it evening?
Isn't it evening?
Evening.
Okay, someone wrote
Like when it
wrong.
gets later in the day.
No, I know
evening.
what it means. I'm just going by
Sorry.
what's read on the piece of paper. It's all right. It
You know I
happens
had
all
to
the
give
time.
you one.
I know.
Mikey's been getting them all morning. It's your turn.
Give us the story.
The story. I started writing somewhere around 2000 or 2001 with no intentions to make a record, and I was talking to Plotty, and he said, "Why don't we do some demos?" So he was in the studio in New York. I was on the West Coast, and it turns out that I didn't know David was in the studio. And he says, somebody wants to talk to you. So David gets on. He says, so I guess you don't want anybody to maybe write one with you or sing something? I said, who are you talking about? He goes, yeah. So I sent him a half a dozen pieces
Of music,
of music.
that you had.
Yep. And this was the most complete one.
Yeah.
And it hit him right away. I mean,
This is without words?
yeah. I had guitar melodies and things.
Yeah.
So we wrote the song, we recorded it. It came out in 2003 on an album, a solo album I did called Zigzag.
Yeah.
That had Robert Smith and a few of my buddies singing and a few instrumentals. It was completely different than this.
Yeah.
But I wanted it out again because I felt that it needed to be redone. For years I've been wanting to redo it, and then about 8 months ago it just hit me. I know what to do.
Yeah.
So I called Mark Plotty, who actually produced the original,
Yeah.
and put it together. I said, we're filming with the BBC at the time in Queens, and I said, we should recut this, and I got a great idea. So we took the files in with just David's voice and my acoustic, and we played to it live with my son Lee John on drums, me on guitar, Plotty on bass, and in one take, we did it. And that's the first time that thing's been played on the radio or anywhere. I've been holding on to it.
So that is an exclusive for Jonesy's Jukebox.
Nobody's had that but you.
Now everyone's got it.
Nobody's got it, yeah.
It sounds great.
And it was more, the original one was really good, but this one sounded a lot more
It's got a
like
good feel.
me and David were actually in a room doing it.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted.
Exactly.
The other one was a bit more programmed because, if you go back to the early 2000s, there was a bit more of that going on.
Yeah.
We're getting back a bit more towards the garagey thing. That's why I said, I want this to sound dirty and more garage.
Yeah. Did you deliberately leave out Mike on it?
Who?
This guy.
The piece you just heard has been sold on eBay for $30. I just sent it up.
It's good.
It's a good piece.
It's a nice, smooth listening song.
We're going to play it live in a few months, and then I'll put a lot of piano
Well,
on. You won't
Bernard's
hear
been,
any guitar.
Bernard's been wanting to sing it, only if you don't play on it.
I'm going to play loud clavinet.
You could put it in the middle of time
Yeah.
and get the last 20 notes.
Time, did you say? Did you say, Mike?
Oh, I love this.
Last note, Mike.
That is LSD inspired circus music.
I was at the Electric Circus.
Hey, it's great stuff.
St. Mark's place. Right?
Hey, man. Of course.
It's all good. Fake.
But Jonesy, man, this has been fun, man. Been a while
I'm
since I've
telling
seen
you,
Yeah.
that was a blast.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are you kicking us out now?
No, we're going to play a song and then we're kind of knocking it on the head because it's time. It's time.
We got to go to work.
You got a
We're
rehearsal.
rehearsing. I don't like rehearsing.
It's the
Do you want to
worst.
go? You could use my stuff.
It is the worst.
You can use my guitars and amps and everything.
I wouldn't
I'll pay you. I'll give you money.
You have to go to rehearsal.
Hey,
Earl.
hang on. How much?
Okay, I see now it changes. Yeah, I get it now. A few bob and he's all of a sudden he's ready to go.
No. I'm with you, man. I can't stand rehearsing.
Oh, you know my thing is I just don't pay attention to what the musical director's saying, and everything goes just fine.
Yeah.
That's very nice. That's why I was playing an E chord and you were playing an A yesterday.
Sounded good though.
Well, of course.
Until never mind. I'll leave that alone. It
You
could get
sounded
really
good.
ugly right now.
What you got, Shovel?
Well, we have a pair of tickets to give away for this show that
yeah.
they're
Oh,
doing.
Can I have them?
Yeah, you want 'em?
Hey, forget about it.
KLOS and Jonesy's
Hey,
Jukebox.
over here.
Welcome. Celebrating David Bowie at the Wiltern February 28th with these guys, Mike Garson, Earl Slick, a bunch of others.
Yes.
And the tickets are on sale now, but we have a pair for caller 20 at 800-955-KLOS. They're furnished by Live Nation.
Well, that's
So
nice.
we'll do it now.
That was very
Fantastic.
California, that thing. You did that. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to go out with...
I don't know what the hell that meant. I just felt like saying it.
Hey, why not?
Over here. Hey, you know, Jonesy, you know, come over to the house one day. I give you some pasta, you know, you have a little bit of wine, you go home, it's all good.
Hey, cannoli.
Hey,
I got the cannoli.
And then if you're not cool, we get the piano wire.
And the cannoli. Oh, the cannoli.
I shall end with.
There it is.
I shall end with. Leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Hey! Hey, forgot about it.
You had to have seen the movie. Come on, over here. There it is. My people.
Is that The Godfather? Okay, we're going to end now, Mike. Do you want to end with something?
We should end with something, yeah.
Your last note? That was
The end of Aladdin sing.
did we do that last time?
Sure we did.
We did do that last time,
I
didn't
only
we?
know 2 songs.
Okay. That ending is great though. Diddle-diddle.
We did it many times this show.
Okay, we're gonna go out, we're gonna play a bit of Cockney Rebel.
Oh, great.
This is a song called Blah Blah Blah. And I will see you tomorrow. Do we have anything tomorrow, Shovel? Nothing. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 bells. Take it away.